Everybody, welcome to a Tuesday night live stream. Hope everybody is doing well. I don't know how many people will get on here tonight, but if everybody jumps on, just need to know if you can see me, hear me okay. I think I can check it also on my phone. What's I'll do right now? One moment. I'm not showing up. Randy, I see, is on here. Alright, you guys can see me and hear me okay. That's good to know. Lima Charlie. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Alright, don't need that daggone thing. Alright, good. You can see me and hear me okay, so we can start the show. Alright, here we go.
Diver, diver, diver.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, the Sunday night live stream brought to you on a Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. June 17th. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the comments. Hey, we got a bunch of people on here. Thanks, everybody, for taking the time out of your day to jump on, say hello. See a lot of names in green. A lot of, I got to change the name on that. It'll be dark blue something. I don't know. It'll be something. Anyway, they're channel members. If you want to join the channel, a lot of great perks on there. Actually, I'll talk about some of those here shortly. But if you want to join the channel, the link is in the video description. Hop on there. There's two different levels. One, the first mate level gets you access to the private Discord page, which is a really cool place to hang out, make connections, network, talk fishing, talk everything else. But I see a lot of people on there networking, which is the greatest thing. Talking about their own specific ports and, hey, I'm heading here, I'm going there, you know, who has information, and people just willingly giving that information out. That's wonderful. That's what it's for. So you get that. You also get the membership level up. You'll see the ranks next to them, which is pretty cool. You get some custom emojis. However, nobody ever uses them. But if you go to the captain's level, you get all of that, plus you get your name into the drawing at the end of the year. I draw a person for a free salmon charter on the big lake with us, you know, for up to 4 people. And I draw a name for a free guided river steelhead trip also with us during the fall, winter, or spring. So it's a great place to hang out, and you get some great perks. And I'll mention another one here in a few minutes, which is going to be a really, really cool thing. Jason C. Man, you're always coming through the super chats. Thanks, Jason. I do have a super chat goal up there. Always try to get 10 super chats if we can. It really does help the channel. Helps me bring you more consistent content and better content. Which reminds me, I got a little delay, a little aggravated about this, but that's fine. I don't get aggravated. I just get more focused. So I had somebody set up for 3 or 4 months now, a guy that was going to come on the boat, film once a week, edit a video, put it out, showing a charter, showing our techniques, showing the people on, just a really good, well-rounded video. Michael Gothrop, thanks, man. Nice meeting you last weekend, too. I'll give you a little heart there also. Thank you very much. Dark Blue Crew. I kind of like that, Steve. Anyway, had this guy all set up. He calls me last week, or texts me rather, and says, hey, got another obligation that just came up, or not an obligation, but an opportunity. I'm gonna have to go this other direction. So, unfortunately, I don't have anybody right now that's gonna come out and video with us. That plan it's not in the dumpster. I put something out on Facebook. Nathan Peabody, thanks, man, appreciate that. I put something out on Facebook today that I'm looking for another videographer, editor, all wrapped up in one, and I got 2 or 3 responses on that. So hopefully one of those will work out, and we'll be able to start cranking out those videos for everybody here very shortly. And if you're coming on a charter with us, or if you want to book a charter with us, and you say, hey, Chris, we want our charter, videotaped, so that'd be a great memory for somebody. We want our charter videotaped. I will do what I can to make sure that I can get you wrapped up into that. If I can make that work for you, I'll do that. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Tuesday night. What's everybody doing on a Tuesday night? Hey, don't forget to take the poll. So, I love controversy, and I like making controversial polls too. So, listen to the classic country, and I thought to myself, who do I think is the best classic country, country gold singer of all time? Not artist, not songwriter, not singer-songwriter, not guitar player, just vocalist. Who had the voice? And man, George Jones has popped into my head. Maybe some of you watching you have no clue who George Jones is. It's not too late for you. You can be indoctrinated into the George Jones, religion if you want to be. Just hop on YouTube or Spotify or whatever and check out some George Jones. Just an amazing singer. So I thought, in my mind, he's like the pinnacle. But don't get me wrong, there's so many good classic country, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, Hank Jr., Hank Sr., Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson. The list goes on and on and on and on. But I thought, who had the voice? And he had a pretty interesting life too. He was a bit of a hellraiser. Anyway, I thought George Jones. So the poll question tonight is best classic country male vocalist, singer, George Jones, or second option, everything else is wrong. So if you don't agree with me, hey, that's fine. Put your pick down in the comments, please. I want to know. Willie Nelson, yes, Steve Steele. Willie, I don't know. Willie had a great voice. He was a heck of a songwriter, good guitar player too. He wrote Patsy Cline's "Crazy." He's the songwriter for that song. I learned that a long time ago, and I thought that was pretty unique. But anyway, put your choices down in the comments if you want to. If you don't, okay. Now, Jason, see, here's the issue. Randy Travis. All right, so you get into Randy Travis, Clint Black, all that late 80s, 90s stuff. See, to me, that's just not classic country enough. That's when I really started getting into more countries like late 80s, early 90s. Randy Travis, Clint Black. There's just a ton of people back then I could think of. When I'm thinking like classic country gold, I'm thinking like, the early stuff. Not really early like Hank Sr. early, but that 50s, 60s, 70s time, that outlaw country time, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking more. But Randy Travis, what a great voice. Amazing voice. I can't disagree with you. Patrick Johan's on here from GRC Trolling Products. Good to see you, Patrick. Thanks for hopping on. Anyway, take the poll if you got a chance, or if you want to. If you don't, skip it. We got 32 votes on there. George Jones is way in the lead with 72%. George Strait, dude. Jason C. Yeah, absolutely. George Strait. Yeah, King George. Love it. Yeah. I can't get in today's country. I can't get into it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It grabs today's generation. It speaks to them. That's great. That's what our generation, when we're talking about all these singer-songwriters and artists, they spoke to our generations. I'm a little older. A lot of people on here are a little older. We have a lot of young people on here also. But if you're a new country fan, more power to you. It's just not my thing. It is definitely not my thing. But hey, that's why. Billy Strings, yeah. Billy Strings is from Buckley, Michigan. Does anybody else out here know that? Yeah, I don't know if he grew up in Buckley, but he definitely lived in Buckley for a long time. Oh, Fred, George Jones, saddest song? Yeah, absolutely. He stopped loving her today. You already said it, but yeah, that's definitely the saddest song that George Jones ever did. David Allan Coe, love David Allan Coe. Yeah, and a lot of good good names coming up on here. Craig Rousine, he's seeing some purple 1s and 2s and 3s. So that's a new thing on YouTube, Craig. Whoever's chatting the most on here, I guess they're trying to make it into some kind of competition. But if you have number 1 next to you, you've probably chatted the most over the past several live streams. Number 2 is number 2, but it seems to change a lot. Right now, Tim Schloud's got the number 1 tag on him. So if you want to take over the number 1 tag, just chat more. All right. Where are we at here? I have no idea. I have no clue. Talking fishing, talking other things. All right, yeah. Always got to say thank you to the sponsors. Dreamweaver and Smart Troll, of course. If you ever have a chance to check them out, make sure to do so. Their links are in the description. They are amazing. Yeah, can't go wrong with Dreamweaver or Smart Troll. Not a trip goes by when I'm running that Smart Troll on the boat that one of the customers doesn't just sit there and stare at that thing, and it's just in awe at what that Smart Troll system can do. If you're not familiar with it, check out this channel. We have several videos with Smart Troll on here. Shows you exactly what you can do. You can put probes on every one of your divers, all your downriggers, and it will show you individual depths and temps for all the things that you put them on. So, pretty amazing stuff. All right, I got a checklist here. Going to make sure that I'm not missing anything. All right. What am I missing in the chat? How was everybody's Father's Day? Dave Robbins, thanks for the super chat, man. Thank you very much. Dave, was great seeing you last weekend also. Yeah, how was everybody's Father's Day? That was the reason that this got postponed in the first place. You know, Father's Day, I try to leave that alone. Mother's Day, Father's Day, things like that. People can spend time with their loved ones, and so we moved it off till Tuesday. But there was another reason. Jelly Roll. Yeah, I've never listened to Jelly Roll, but I've heard that name a few times, Steve. Yeah, I've heard that also. He has a very interesting backstory. Cool. The other reason we moved it to Tuesday is because I came down here to Dreamweaver. That's where I'm at right now. I came down here last week. And I wanted to come up with 5 new products for this month's and July's custom pack. So what I did is I came up with 3 11-inch paddles, and 2 of those got flipped into flip fin paddles as well. So I got those right here in front of me. I'm going to show them to you. They're pretty daggone nice. I cannot wait to run these things. I'm really happy. Really, really happy with the way these came out. So let's show these off right now. They're not available yet on the Dreamweaver website, but you know me. As soon as they're ready, or as soon as I see they're ready, I'm going to be putting it on Facebook that they're ready. I'll put a link there as well. These are limited editions, so June and July limited edition packs. So when you see these, remember that they're limited edition. I don't have a clue. Fred, thank you for the super chat. You're a good guy. I don't have a clue how many they have, but when I hear the word limited edition, or 2 words, I tend to think that there's not that many of them. So anyway, let's show these things. No names on these things yet. Dan Canham, good to see you. New paddle box, yeah. You got to fill that up, man. All right, here is, where do I want to start? We'll start right here. So I wanted to do 2 whites and 1 black in the blade. So here is the first one. I got to see this on the screen too. This is one of the 11-inch. So 11-inch paddle. On that side we have White Crush, Black Ladderback, Moon Jelly. So you can see that all right there. And then on the back is a Moon Jelly. I got to make sure I can catch the light right on these things. It's a Moon Jelly back with a White Crush Ladderback on the back. So this thing is going to be... This thing's going to be good in the early morning when it's still dark out, or getting into those cloudy days or overcast days, stormy days. But I know I'm going to be running this thing early in the morning. I absolutely love the way this thing came out. And I sat there and I racked my brain. I got that side done. I was like, what do I want to do on the back? There's so many things that have been done before. You think that coming up with a new lure, new paddle, new spin doctor, new spoon would be easy. It ain't. It is not, because it seems like a lot of things have been done. But anyway, I'm sitting there racking my brain what I want to do on the back. So I put that Moon Jelly on there, and I sat there and I looked at it. I thought, that looks pretty good. And then I saw that white ladderback, that crushed ladderback over on one of the racks, and I threw that on there. And that really came out nice. I think it set it off excellent. So really liking the way that one came out. The next one is just a white blade. So I started off with a little, like a touch of a BAM pattern. And if you haven't seen the Sanjin's BAM, you know, if you have, you know what I'm talking about. But I started off with somewhat of a BAM pattern, but that's been done enough. So that is a moon jelly on one side, white crush on the other side. I had the paint shop put the black dots on there. It came out really nice. But then on the back, I went to that same thing that I liked on that black paddle, that moon jelly back with that white ladder back. So that thing's going to be just sensational in a bright sunny day. Once that thing comes off, you know, in the morning, once the sun starts coming up, once that comes off, that one is definitely going on, or this other one is going on. So not only do you have that one available in the 11-inch paddle, it's also available in the 8-inch paddle. So that's 3 of the flashers that are available this coming, whatever, 90 days or well, who knows, however long they last. But yeah, those came out really, really well. Then the last one, another 11-inch paddle. 11-inch paddle, Pearl Slick or Pearl Glow, whatever you want to call it. On one side, I had the paint shop black out 2 of the corners. I'd never seen that done before, and I just liked the way that rotated in the light. You know, it's almost like those corners just disappear on you. It's almost like that fish's black tail, you know, kicking in the light. So I really like the way that turned out. But glow pearl on there, and then you got 2 green dots, 2 blue dots, and the blacked out corners. And they clear coated these things, so they really shine even more. Love it. And then you have that one available also in the 8-inch paddle. These are flip fin paddles, so you can run them fin up or fin down. I usually run them fin out. That's the way I normally do it. So anyway, yeah, I'll just recap on those real quick. You got that one, the 11-inch. You've got the 11-inch and the 8-inch paddle available on those. And then you got the 11 and the 8-inch available on the cut corners. Maybe that's a good name for that. Cutting corners. I don't know. Tell me. Give me some feedback, guys, gals. What do you think? Love them, hate them? Never want to see them again? Let me know. Shoot them out in the comments. Charlie Daniels, yeah. Hank Jr., Waylon, Jack Buys, yeah. All of them really good. I love Charlie Daniels. Man, it is hot in here. It is absolutely hot in here. I swear I just heard somebody's voice. I'm pretty sure I'm all alone in here. Maybe it's haunted. Anyway. Ken Brescia, thanks, man. Sketching up some of the chat here. Yeah, they do look fishy. Steve, still you like the black tip one, the cut corner one? Yeah, I like all 3 of them. I like all 3. But like I said, when those are available for when Dreamweaver makes those available, rather, I will put something out on Facebook and let you know, and I'll put a link on that post also, so everybody knows when that's ready. So if you're not following me on Facebook, what are you even doing? The link is down below. You can hop on Facebook. You can follow me there. I put a lot of things on there. Try to update a lot of things when I'm not on YouTube chatting away. I'm trying to put something on Facebook, keep everybody up to date. All right. Michael Martin Murphy. Yeah, Michael, that's a name not a whole lot of people know. That's a 90s guy right there. He was really good. Yeah, I agree. All right. Also, another limited edition. I don't have one here in front of me, but that blue silver spin doctor that I came out with last month rather. That thing has been working not only for me, but for a lot of other captains that I've talked to and a lot of other anglers that I've talked to. Every time I put that thing down, every trip, it's taken at least 1 king. So Dreamweaver went ahead and named that after my boat. It's called Dark Blues Dagger or Dark Blue Dagger. If you want to go on Dreamweaver and check that thing out, really, you should have that thing in your arsenal. That's not just blowing smoke in any way. That thing is absolutely fishy. I've been running that thing with a KRW money shot fly, and it has been good. So if you want to check that out, check out Dreamweaver's website. Look up Dark Blue or Dark Blues Dagger, or just the word dagger. You'll find it that way. And I would highly, highly recommend getting one or two of those in your arsenal this year. I think it's going to be a really good flasher. All right. Where am I at here? Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. Here's your fishing report.
You don't see that every day.
All right, fishing report for this week. You're not getting one. I forgot. The Manistee Triport Tournament is going on this weekend. So, sorry, Tough Nuggets. You're not going to get a report this week. You know I have a lot of friends that fish that tournament, and I do not want them showing up at my boat with pitchforks and torches. So I am not going to give out a fishing report. I can say this. There are kings there. And there's trout there as well, and some really good ones. So, if you know where to go, you know where to go. If you don't, get out and pre-fish. If you're in that tournament, or just get out there and just do your normal stuff. There's some out there, and there's some really, really good ones. So, apologies. That's sorry, not sorry. I hate that saying, sorry, not sorry. I think it's stupid. But yeah, Tough Nuggets. You're not going to get a fishing report from me this week. I will give you one next week for sure. It ain't going to happen this week. So, with that being said, I spoke with the owner. Yeah, Fred, that's the fishing report. There's fish in the lake. Probably going to be a lot less after this weekend for sure. Yeah, Dakota Joe, I hear you. I think they'll be lucky if they do run that tournament. I know Saturday is already calling for 4 to 6 footers, and Sunday doesn't look like it's going to lay down very much. I have trips Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday looks like it's going to be okay. If the ladies tournament goes, that'll be a fun event. It looks like that probably will go. But the rest of it, man, I tell you, it looks a little sketchy. But I talked with the owner of the Manistee River RV Resort today, formerly Insta-Launch. And I said, hey, a lot of people coming up to the area. What do you think about doing a little sale for everybody? A lot of people around that want to come in, check out the shop. If you haven't checked out the Manistee River RV Resort, check out the video I did on here, a couple weeks ago. It shows you right where it is. It shows you the entire shop. It shows you what they'll do for you, all the lures, I think they have by far the best selection in Manistee right now when it comes to big lake gear. And they have everything in there for camping as well. They have a really nice campground there. Stuff for the kids, stuff for the dogs. They have ice cream there. I mean, what more could you want, right? What more could you want? Anyway, I said, hey, what do you think on a sale? He said, yeah, let's do a, I don't know if this was his idea. So he says, we'll do a ladies sale for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure I got this right. Yeah. Ladies sale Friday through Sunday. So any lady, any woman, female that comes into the shop and buys anything gets 10% off. So if you're of the female gender and you want to go in and buy things, you're going to get 10% off all weekend. If you go in there with a list from your significant other, something maybe he wants for his birthday or whatever, who knows, you're going to get 10% off on those things. So yeah, go in there and check it out. I thought that was an interesting sale. Hey, we'll see how it goes. And then some other time, I plan on going back in there on like a Saturday or Sunday. And last time, I told anybody that came in between 2 and 4, I'll buy them free ice cream. I'll do that again sometime in the near future. But yeah, Friday through Sunday, females, 10% off. 10% off everything in the shop. Pretty cool. They do not have an online shop, and I've been asked that several times. Their website is down below, but everything that you purchase there is done in person. There's no online presence yet. Someday soon, but not yet. All right. And it kind of leads me into what I want to talk about as far as the Dark Blue Adventures membership. Yeah, Dan Can, I'm just getting into that. Yeah, just get ice cream sale. I'd go for that. Yeah, I'd go for that. Anyway, so everybody on the Discord, I can't say everybody, but many of us on the Discord, like I said, we talk back and forth all the time. If you want to join the channel membership, the link is down below. Like I said, that does get you access to the private Discord page. If you do join, you have to email me, all right? And I think my email is down there as well, but if it's not, it's just email me at darkbluecharters@gmail.com. That's going to be the easiest way, darkbluecharters@gmail.com. And I will send you the code so you can get access to the Discord. Don't do like a couple people have tried already. Hey, I just joined up. Can you send me the code? And I go and I check, and no, they never signed up. They're just trying to get the code. So please don't do that. Anyway, if you want to join up, jump into the Discord. On the Discord lately, we've been talking about, hey, it would be really nice. You know, we talk on there all the time. It's just black and white words coming across the screen. It would be really nice if we could all meet up sometime, shake each other's hands, have some food, do a little fishing and whatnot. And Dan Canham and a few others on there. Dan Canham, I know you're on here now. And you can fill in the blanks, whatever I'm missing. But they all said, hey, let's shoot for a date. So they all picked a date by a poll. August 9th is what they came up with. Anybody that is a member of the channel membership, anybody's a member, will be invited to fish I think it's a 6-hour tournament on August 9th. I think it goes from 6 a.m. till noon. And Dan, if I'm wrong, fill in the blanks. It's a real simple tournament. I forget the format, but it's not gonna be like a 3-3-3 or weigh your best 10 or anything like that. It's gonna be a real simple format. Everybody chips in a small amount of money, like $20. Payouts, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna meet back over at the Manistee River RV Resort, the old Insta launch. Once it's done, fish are gonna be weighed, prizes are gonna be handed out. There's a last place prize as well, from what I understand. I'm going to reach out to some of the manufacturers like Dreamweaver and Nova, Purple Taco, and some of the others, and I'm going to see if I can get some prizes donated that way as well, just as like, not like part of the tournament itself, but just giveaways. Just draw a name out of a hat. Just giveaways. So there's going to be a lot of nice things, and then the plan is also at around 2:00 to start up a barbecue right there. Bring a dish to pass. Fire up the grills that are there. Cook up whatever you want. Stay there. Talk as long as you want, shake hands, hug each other by the end of the night. Who knows what the heck you want to do. Should be a really, really fun time, though, and I'm really looking forward to that. I have a trip that morning, so I can't participate in the tournament. But if you want to come over and just have a really, really fun day, join up for the channel membership. Go out in the tournament. If you're not a member of the Discord of the channel, you can still come to the barbecue. Please, don't feel like you can't. Anybody that's on here anytime, you're more than welcome to the barbecue. This channel's for you. It's not for me. This is just a great way for all of us to get together and for me to be able to say thanks to everybody who has supported this channel for a long, 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 long time. So please, come on out. I got it so far. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't do hugs either. I don't either, man. Anyway, that is August 9th. That's August 9th. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. They have camping there, like I said. If you want to get a site, just come there, do the tournament, spend time at the barbecue, sleep it off, whatever you do. It's up to you. All right. Yeah, cool. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. How many people we got on here? We got like 80 people on here, which is fantastic. I appreciate everybody coming on here on a Tuesday night. And I know a lot of other people will watch this, tomorrow or the next day or through the weekend also. So, quick recap. Manistee River RV Resort, 10% off for all the ladies, Friday through Sunday, 10% off. So get your list from your guy, or if you're a hardcore angler also, or just love to fish, go in there yourself and grab up the stuff. There's a lot of ladies out there that could probably outfish me hands down. So yeah, absolutely. Get in there and get your stuff. It should be a really good sale. Join the membership if you haven't already, and if you want to. It's not expensive. It is not. It will cost you less than probably a fancy cup of coffee at Starbucks or Big B's or wherever. It'll cost you less than that. And that's a monthly fee as well. If you want to jump in on these Dreamweaver Customs, like I said, I will let everybody know on Facebook when these are ready. And these are going to be hot. I already know they're going to be hot. Cannot wait to run. I'm going to take these home with me, actually. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. If you're not following me on Facebook, what are you even doing? You ain't no troller. Follow me on Facebook. Links down below. Happy to have you on there. That's it. That's it. Anybody got anything? Tell me if you got something. Oh, I didn't do my really cool graphics for Topic of the Week here. There you go. Topic of the week. I don't have one. How about that? Riveting content. But hey, we can do question and answer here for a little while if you want to. Rick Wancourt, thank you so much for the super chat. We made it up to 8 out of 10 on the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. Truly does help the channel in so many ways that you don't even realize. So thank you so much for that. Craig Rouse, so if it's a Discord tournament with people allowed on boat, not on Discord. Not quite sure what you mean, Craig, if you could explain that a little better. Tony Edwards, when do the sea fleas become a problem? It's up to them. They seem to show up at different times every year. And they can be a real pain in the butt. So, Nick R. Romanick. I always say your name wrong, Nick. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat. That gets up to 9 out of 10. Thank you so much. Yeah, sea fleas, pain in the butt. Absolute pain in the butt. There's a line out there like Flea Flicker from Andy that helps out in some ways, but really you just learn to manage them. Not much more you can do. Oh, okay, Dan, you covered that question for me. Yeah, yeah. The RV river or the river RV resort definitely has places to keep your boat. You can launch your boat there. You can get out to Lake Michigan from there. So that seems to be the answer you were looking for. Thanks, Dan, for clearing that up. Brian Alexander, best YouTube fishing channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Wish the walleye guys were as good as you. Well, I don't watch many walleye stuff, but thank you very, very much. It's really nice of you to say that. Yeah, Dan, exactly. Dan Canham's answering that as well. That's what you were asking. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, to be entered into the Discord tournament, one person on the boat has to be a member. That's it. Dan Canham is always here to answer the questions as well. I could not ask for a better moderator than Mr. Dan, the Mattress Man Canham. He is outstanding. And really, Dan, huge thanks to you. You were the one that really spearheaded this whole tournament thing. You ran with the ball. You got everything organized, so thank you so much. Anybody that goes there and has a good time has Dan to thank for that. Nick, yeah, the Ludington buoy. Don't know, man. Yeah, it seems to be way, way, way behind this year. Don't know if it ever will be up this year. I know that they run mostly on grants and donations, so maybe they're lacking in funds. I don't know. Oh, that's something else I don't know if I want to mention. I'll mention this now. So, looking at, and I'm seeing other captains do this as well, looking at costs for this year, starting last year and now continuing into this year, the cost for everything fishing-wise, and I know everybody on here knows what I'm talking about, has gone crazy. Crazy. And I don't know the reason behind it. I don't know if it's a political thing. I don't know if it's a tariff thing. I don't care. The prices have gone through the roof as far as gas prices as well. Insurance as well. So I've noticed a lot of other captains are raising their rates on their charters. I hate doing that. And this year, I will not raise my rates. If you have a charter booked with me, I will not raise my rates. Next year, instead of raising my rates, I'm likely going to go to a 5-hour charter instead of a 6-hour charter. That way, rates don't get raised. You still have a nice full day of fishing. And quite honestly, that last hour out there, you're just scrounging for a fish anyway. So that is my plan as of right now. As of right now. I don't plan on raising my rates, but I will likely cut back on my time period. All right? So if anybody has a charter with me this year, don't worry. Everything's status quo the same way it ever has been. Okay? All right. Let's check the poll, see what we got here. Best classic country male vocalist of all time, 52 votes. 71% say George Jones. And 29% everything else is wrong. Either way, you're saying George Jones. All right, we ended that poll. All right, I'll have another fun poll for you guys next week, too. My plan is to be back here next Sunday night, 7 p.m. I am working on getting somebody for the lower part of Lake Michigan on the Michigan side to come in for that home port series. They come in, they talk about their home ports. I've had many, many requests for St. Joe, Saugatuck, Grand Haven, South Haven. Even lower than that. I've had many requests for that. I'm working on it. Okay? Working on it. But that is all I got for tonight. Anybody else got anything? I'll leave it up here for another 30 seconds. If not, we're getting out of here because it's hot in here. I think I covered everything too. You're welcome, Steve Steele. Thank you for being on here as always. Yeah. All right, go enjoy your Tuesdays, everybody. What do people do on Tuesdays? I don't even know what I do on Tuesdays. Doesn't matter. Go have fun, everyone. Oh, I just missed a comment. What's the name of that mono line that I like? Yeah, it's Suffix Blue Smoke. That's the color of it, Blue Smoke. It's good, too. I have it on all of my downrigger rods. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to mention real quick. Nova Tackle. I want to give everybody a full update on Nova Tackle, the big lake rods. We still got 76 people on here. I'm going to blurt this out really quick. I'll cover it again likely next week, but I wanted to let everybody know my thoughts on Nova Tackle rods up till now because I've run the tar out of them so far. And I beat them up pretty well so far, too. I have no bad words to say about them. The diver rods, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Nova Tackle is a premier. They've been making steelhead rods on the rivers for quite a while now. They came out with big water rods for this year, diver rods, downrigger rods, and copper lead core rods. I have them all on my boat, and I've been running them exclusively. The diver rods, best diver rod I've ever used. Great backbone to that thing, but it has a really, really nice feel to it also. Really handles the fish well. You can put the boots to a fish with those diver rods, and yet you can still finesse them around the boat. The downrigger rods are the same way. They're 8-footers. I prefer an 8.6, but I'm getting used to the 8-footers. You can put the brakes on that fish when you want to, but again, if you really need to finesse that fish around the boat, move them around the other rods, then snap back on them. Those downrigger rods are fantastic. Copper lead core rods, same thing. Great, great backbone of those things. Great, great feel. What I really like about those copper lead core rods is I don't release my boards, and you got to have a darn stout rod to get that board in without much problem. A good reel and a good rod, and that rod handles it no problem. And once that board is off there, you got all the feel right to that fish. You can feel when it's loading up and it's about to run. You can feel when it's slowing down a run. You can feel when it's head shaking. You can feel when it's turning. You know which way it's turning. Absolutely love them. So, Nova Tackle, huge shout out to you. You guys have got some winners and your price points are fantastic. So, I don't know if Nova Tackle will even watch this. Doesn't matter. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. You guys know me. My opinion is never for sale. If I tell you something's good, it's pretty darn good in my opinion. If I think it's crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap also, in my opinion. Anyway, we'll cover that again some other time. All right, that's it. Now we can go. Thanks, everybody, for being here. You guys are all the best, and I wish you the best, and we'll see you back here next Sunday.